Hi guys, so my phone, I don't know if this is gonna work because I'm sideways, but my phone died. I'm a very amateur at this live video because I didn't realize that my phone was gonna die. So I'm back. Is this weird because I'm rotated, but I have to charge my phone because it died. I'm very much an amateur at this live video. Does it look weird that I'm rotated or no? Am I okay? Hopefully it auto adjusts. Okay, hopefully it's fine. You guys haven't said anything that I look weird or tilted, but because the comments are coming in. Maybe it's just my orientation on my phone. Okay, we're good. Awesome. So I was talking about my YouTube channel, and I'm pretty sure that was what I was talking about. So I lost all the other questions beyond the YouTube channel. So if you guys have any other questions that I missed, just comment them again because yeah, my phone died and I lost everything. But thank you guys for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Like, you guys, I thought I was going to be talking to no one, so I'm really happy that you guys are staying and you're interested in it. So thank you. So I was talking about my YouTube channel, and I forecasted, it's Samantha Ballard Weather, WX, if you want to check it out. Yeah, they're not the greatest videos ever. I was kind of experimenting with the green screen. It was cool because I had a green screen in my room and it was really fun, but it was really time consuming in terms of editing. Video editing, props to everyone that does it, because I couldn't figure out an efficient way to do it, and it just took me like 4 hours to edit these videos. And granted, they were a little bit longer, but I also have difficulty with the green screen, and that kind of editing was more advanced than just a regular video, and because you had to crop out the picture and it was a little bit difficult, so it was very time consuming, and that's why I stopped and I moved to mainly just my Instagram page. But yeah, it was fun. I would love to do it again. Pin your Instagram so we have a lot of info. Oh, how do I pin it? I don't know. Let's see. I'm not sure. Maybe I can, no, I can only go live. I will, it is so hard, video editing. Okay, let's see. And apparently so is Instagram living for me. There is my Instagram. Hopefully that works. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go, we're back. So another question that I get a lot is, can you sponsor me to work at NASA? And I cannot do that. I am not a NASA employee. I'm pretty sure only civil servants can, and it's not really a sponsor, it's more like a visiting scientist, but I cannot sponsor anyone to come to the United States or to work at NASA. That is not in my qualifications at all. And I also get, how can I join NASA? You can apply for their internships on NASA OSSI, and their job announcements on USAA Jobs. I think another question I had was, why is the beach so windy? And this has to do with surface roughness. So surface roughness is an air-sea term. Basically, it's a measure of like the small scale interaction. So how the wind, it's related to the wind over a surface. So the interactions right at the surface, with the pattern of the roughness right at the surface of either the ocean or over land, anything that's really the wind is interacting with. So when you're in a coastal city or on the beach, the roughness over the ocean is a lot more smooth than land. So there's less interactions to slow down the wind. So it's more windy in coastal beach areas. Also, thank you for being a scientist in a bikini. You're inspiring. Aw, it was so nice. Thank you. You inspired me. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much, Krista. Am I saying that, Krista? I'm not sure, but thank you. You're so sweet. Yeah, I live in Miami. I enjoy being on the beach, and I study ocean sciences, so I'm in a bikini a lot. Not so much right now because I've been really busy with research, but yeah, I just want to encourage people to be their true selves and authentic selves, and just do what you love, and don't worry about what other people think. It's easier said than done, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, the whole campaign about scientist in a bikini is still a scientist is like still so amazing to me. Like I just like the support from female and males, everyone that has been amazing, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's tough in the Instagram life. People, I think it was one comment that really someone made, and I'm so grateful for the support. I feel like the community in between scientists has been amazing, and so I'm just grateful for everyone, and yeah, thank you. Do you consider yourself a geek? Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm super into science and nerdy stuff, mainly just in terms of I like a lot of tech stuff, programming. I definitely am. I don't know what you classify as a geek, but if I'm interested in science, I'm just very curious. So I think another question that I had was how did I get involved into this field and getting my PhD, and it's mainly just because I'm curious. So this wasn't really the path that I was going to necessarily take in terms of going to grad school, but what inspired me to be a scientist and I think because how being a scientist is beneficial to me, because I'm just curious about a lot of different things. Nerdiest thing you own? Nerdiest thing I own. I like Harry Potter, so I have like every single Harry Potter book and movie. Like I have the DVDs, and I think that's the nerdy stuff. I just love like that. Yeah, Harry Potter is probably my favorite. I just went to Harry Potter World and it was awesome. I loved it. I really wanted to buy a wand, but I decided that was too extreme and I probably shouldn't do that and spend my money because they're like $100. But I really should have. I like regret not doing it because who doesn't need a wand in their life? I think that I do. Anyway, I love the campaign. I love how many scientists wore bikinis to support you. Me too. Everyone was so amazing. I love like the whole campaign. Everyone is so supportive and so sweet to me, and I was blown away by the support, really. How badly do the NOx emissions? I'm not sure what that means. Can you explain? NO2 emissions, maybe, is what you mean. Nitrous oxide. I'm not really sure what exactly you mean by that. For all the ships screw up the climate. You mean fossil fuels? So ships, or you mean oil spills? Because there's been a lot of research with oil spills, but not in terms of cars are a big producer of fossil fuel emissions, but I'm not really sure what you mean by ships, but maybe you can elaborate a little bit. In the meantime, I think that may be all the questions that I have. Heat wave in Europe. That's another one that someone asked me. So I talked about the I talked about Greenland on my story, and there was a ridge of high pressure that was bringing in a lot of warm air from the south up to Greenland, and that was influencing the Europe climate as well. So there was a system that was blocking this ridge of high pressure that was staying over Europe, and that was bringing the warm air and the hot air from Africa, and that's what caused a lot of the heating in Europe. I think that may be it, guys. If you guys have any other questions, I feel like I've been on here for almost an hour. So when is hurricane season for Florida, and any predictions to the behavior this year? Hurricane season for Florida is started June 1st, and it ends in end of November, so November 30th. And basically it's going to be an average year, average to slightly below average is what they're predicting. And this, I did a post on this, but basically this doesn't mean that there's not going to be a Category 5 storm. That doesn't, it just the number of storms over the entirety of the season. So it doesn't have a role. A lot of times it is related a little bit to intensity, but yeah, it depends on how warm the oceans are. There's a lot of factors that go into it. And what is El Nino, La Nina, and I did a post on it, so that explains it more. But yeah, in terms of intensity, there's going to be less storms predicted. There's predicted less storms than last year. But that being said, there could still be, we can't predict, oh, Florida's going to see this amount of hurricanes. We can't predict the tracks ahead of time. It's just we can predict statistically how many storms that they will potentially develop. But the tracks are not something that we're able to predict before the storm has developed, if that makes sense. I meant how bad you think the consequences of climate changes will be. So this is a difficult question. I'm not confident in our climate models. There's a lot of modeling that I'm not confident in. There's a lot of uncertainty in terms of climate and the carbon cycle. I think it's getting a little dark. Maybe I should turn on a light. I think the sun's going down. Okay. I don't know if that helps, but so there's a lot of uncertainty. I'm not very confident in. Can you guys see me okay? Maybe it's just my phone's dark. I'm really not a pro at this this live video, clearly, because my phone died in the middle of it. So anyway, yeah, I'm not confident in our climate models, so I can't give an accurate prediction on how much climate change, how bad it's going to be. And the measure of how bad it's going to be is really arbitrary. I think that there's a lot that we can improve, and it's still, like I said, I'm not very confident in the climate models because there's a lot of research that still needs to be done. But I think that in terms of the ocean, that needs to be our focus, 100%. Our focus to improve the climate needs to be in the ocean and making sure that it's healthy and thriving, so we can, because the emissions are in the air, and that's something that we can obviously limit, and that's important too. But once they're in the air, and the amount of the carbon that's already in the ocean is a big issue, and we need to make sure that it is being filtered and properly, and the climate is not affecting our ocean circulation and our ability to provide the ocean with a source of being an optimal sink, basically. Let's see. Hi, how are you? I meant the ship industry, and so I'm not sure. I can't really comment on the ship industry and NO2 production. Yeah, I'm not very familiar with that. So that's not really something that I can make an educated comment on. But if you guys don't have any other questions, I think I might go ahead and end this because, oh wait, I think I maybe have 2 more. I've been on here for like almost an hour now. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me and watching. I really appreciate it. I really thought that I was going to talk to no one, so I'm happy that you guys listened and could ask me some awesome questions. You guys had great questions. Yeah, so I think I have one more question. When it comes to air-sea physics, what capacity are engineers in? I have 2 more questions. Sorry, let me start over. When it comes to air-sea physics, what capacity are engineers involved? So I think with most science fields, engineers are a big part. So we use a lot of equipment, instruments, and that's a big part of what engineers work with at University of Miami. So we have our own engineers. They're usually work in a lab and they build instruments. I know another student, they work primarily with the wave tank. So that's a tank that simulates, we have one that simulates Cat 3 hurricanes and one that simulates Cat 5 hurricanes. And the engineers work with them very closally, and any kind of smaller instruments that we need to put on ships, if we need to install a radar or build maybe a radar reflector, any kind of measurement. We have polometric cameras, different things that we put on ships to measure the air-sea interface, and that would be where we work closely with engineers. So they're definitely involved in the field. And then another question was, in your fields, what degrees do people typically hold? And well, I'm in academia, so pretty much everyone has a PhD. If you're in academia, that's pretty much what you have. If you're going to be a professor, not necessarily, but pretty much everyone has a PhD. At NASA, it was a mix. So there's definitely a lot of PhDs, but there's also people that had their masters or maybe just their bachelors. So NASA is definitely a mix of people. Other than that, I've only been in academia, so I went straight from my undergrad at Penn State to UM to study my PhD. So yeah, I haven't been outside of academia, so I can't really comment on other jobs out there that are related to my field. But I will be applying for some postdocs soon. Still gonna probably be in academia, maybe somewhere at NASA or another government agency. But yeah, so it's gonna be a bit until I get a job and can explore kind of what everyone else is doing outside of academia. So it's gonna be fun. I think that's it. I think that's finally it. So thank you guys for listening. Yeah, this is my first live, so I have no idea what I'm doing, but hopefully you guys learned something. And if you have any more questions, just comment really fast. But if not, I'm gonna end it. And I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. And oh, yay, thank you. Oh, thank you guys so much. Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you. I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday and a great start to your week, productive week. And I hope the weather's nice near you guys and you're enjoying your summer. Or I'm not sure where everyone's from, but thank you. Okay, bye guys. Bye. Oh.